In this video, I'll be breaking down the product selection process, the ads, the store building, and much more of a store that did $570,000 in sales in just 5 days with TikTok ads only. Before I get any further into this video, over the next few months, I'm going to be dropping tons of case studies, in-depth tutorials. I'm even going to be revealing a few of my own winning products from the past. I'm going to be giving out tons of industry secrets and strategies that are hidden behind most people's courses or paid Discord groups. And I've took these courses and I've been in the paid groups. People still hold information back. I'm just going to give it all away on this channel. And this was mainly all through TikTok. As you can see here in the sales by social source, we didn't even do any retargeting at all. This was literally just all TikTok. First and most importantly, I'll be talking about product selection. This was not a black hat, scammy subscription offer type product. This was a real product that we're actually sending to customers. Those are not methods I will be teaching on this YouTube channel at all. With that being said, if you're the guy who is somehow able to source this smart, high-tech table for $4, please let me know who your supplier is. I will pay a lot of money for access to that. The product in this case study was attached to a very short-lived but really large trend on TikTok. The audience for the product was a very passionate audience, and we saw this in our AOV when customers were buying all sorts of other products related to the main product, which really helped our margin a lot. And when we found the product, there were really no competitors at all. Another thing is this product was extremely simple, very easy to source, and it was low ticket. We were able to source it for under $10, and there was no customizations done at all. In terms of how we found the product, we actually found this on Amazon's Movers and Shakers. And this is the Movers and Shakers page. Pretty much it's the biggest gainers in sales rank over the past 24 hours. So this is definitely a great way to keep an eye out on like really hot trending products. And this product in particular, I'm not going to say what category it was in, but it was 1 and 2 on the Movers and Shakers for probably 2 weeks at least. And here's the search volume for the main keyword for the product. By the way, I'm using Helium 10. If you guys don't have this tool, I'd highly recommend it. You can see Amazon sales data, search volume, all sorts of other things, which is really insightful for dropshippers. Clearly a huge spike in search volume around early July, and that's right when we ran the product. So we got in just in time. The main Amazon listing was doing around $800K a month, which we were able to check that through Helium 10. And then once we found the product, we checked on competitors. As I said earlier, there was literally no competition at all. We checked on all of the ad spies. There was only one store running ads to this product, and they were using Stolen Creatives. We then ordered the product on Amazon and tested it literally next day. Next, I'll be talking about store setup. We used Debut Theme, and this was a very simple branded store. Let me show you guys a few examples of what I mean. Magflare is a great example. Our page was very similar to theirs. Very short description, Luke's reviews, of course, and just make sure you're not interrupting the customer's journey to actually buying the product. Wear Felicity is another great example of just a really clean and simple product page. Don't create something that looks scammy. Create a very nice branded page with just 1 or 2 color themes. I also wouldn't worry too much about putting a ton of photos and GIFs within the description. Another great thing to have on your product pages are your own custom images. Now, since this product was a very short-term product, we just scaled with images straight off AliExpress, and we did completely fine with that. Our conversion rate was very high. But if you have a more long-term product, I would highly recommend getting nice high-quality custom photos showing off the product. So we actually did test a countdown timer. It was actually an inventory kind of FOMO bar. It said like there's only X units left in stock, and it worked extremely well. Make sure if you do a countdown timer or an inventory bar or whatever it is, that it looks really clean, it matches the branding on your site, and it just doesn't look scammy. That's really important. We kept the offer very simple. It was just a 50 or 60% off sale on all products on the site, and that worked extremely well. Once we knew the product was a winner, we started testing cross-sells of products that were very similar to the original one. Another offer you can add is if your product is something that's oftentimes purchased more than once, doing a buy one, get one X% off works extremely well. We also did that. And lastly, our abandoned cart flows. So our abandoned cart flows were extremely FOMO based because this was kind of a short-term store, and that really helped us recover a lot of lost revenue. As far as the testing phase goes, we used custom content to test the product. And if you guys aren't doing that with TikTok ads right now, you're missing out on a lot of winning products. With the current state of the e-commerce industry and TikTok ads, I don't think stealing creatives is an actual sustainable strategy to finding winning products. Now, what's great is we were actually able to make creatives ourselves with this product. We actually scaled with creatives made ourselves. So that's an extremely affordable and efficient way to get a product test up. As far as the testing campaign structure goes, when it comes to a product that's this big of a winner, you could literally throw up anything and you'll know it's a winning product. Now, my usual go-to testing strategy is going to be a $100 CBO with 5 ad groups, 5 creatives using ACO with 3 sets of ad copy. Now, you could do 3 ad groups, 4 ad groups, whatever works the best for you. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. If a product's a winner, it's going to get sales. One thing that was really interesting about this product test is at the beginning of the day, the KPIs were not looking good at all. For those of you guys that don't know what KPIs are, that's just key performance indicators. And that's going to be like your CTR, your CPM, your CPA, etc. And none of those were looking good at all for us. The CPMs were extremely high. CPCs made no sense. CTR was looking bad. It wasn't until the later half of the day where it really started looking good. And once it started getting good in the afternoon on that first day, we actually surfed the CBO, which is just increasing the budget. We went from 100 to 200, and we ended the day with a 7 ROAS. So here's day 1 of running ads. As you can see, we really didn't start getting a lot of sales until later in the day. And the reason why I wanted to mention that is you guys should always let your initial testing campaign run for at least 1 day, just to really let the campaign optimize and figure out who is actually buying this product and who's interested. On the first day, we spent $182 in ads, and this was just simply doubling the budget of that initial CBO. And going into this product, we knew it was going to be a short-term kind of pump and dump style product. So right when I saw these results, I scheduled tons of ads for the next day. And you're going to see in the analytics how fast we really scaled up. So we were able to scale past $100,000 per day in just 4 days of running the product. And I'll go ahead and show you guys. We weren't running this product at all before. As you can see, just started right here. We went from 1,500 to 17,000 to 34,000, 90K, and then 130K. By the way, 130K falls just short of the best day we've ever done, which I think was 137,000. I posted a case study on that day from last Black Friday, so you guys should check that out. Now, what's important to understand about how fast we scaled is scaling this aggressively isn't possible unless your ROAS is insane at low spend. So if we test the product and the ROAS was maybe 2.5 on a couple $100 of spend, we wouldn't just scale to 130,000 in like 3 days. There's levels to how good a winning product is. We only use 1 ad account to scale this product, and it was not an agency account. I'm going to be talking a lot more about ad account structure and scaling strategies in other videos, but just keep that in mind that we're not using an agency account at all. So with the media buying strategy, we were pretty much doing everything. Now, there were a few campaign structures that were working the best, and I'm going to show you guys one of them. Before I get into the ads manager, just keep in mind the attribution was about 50% off while scaling this product. So TikTok tracked 14,167 conversions when we actually did over 26,000 orders. So one scaling strategy that was working extremely well for us was just mass duplicating manual bids. So this is with broad and automatic targeting, and this is about 5 to 7 creatives per ad group. And what you want to do is just test a ton of bids within the range of your desired CPA. And then once you find a bid that's working, just go up and down by 1 cent and just spam duplicate ad groups. From my experience, a $200 budget works best. And as you can see here, you're literally just going to like snipe low CPAs at scale. Now with a strategy like this, you want to be very careful because sometimes manual bids can just not work and spend a ton of budget. Also, every day you want to turn off the manual bids from the day before and launch new ones. It can be a very time-intensive process when you're scaling to 6 figures a day, but it's one of the best ways to get extremely high ROAS purchases at scale. Within the next few weeks, I'm going to be making a media buying specific video where I'm going to be breaking down a bunch of scaling strategies that have worked well for us in the past. So when you scale this aggressively, especially over a weekend, you might be wondering how we were actually able to sustain this level of scale cash flow wise. And our ad account actually had a line of credit, and we have an Amex card that has hundreds of thousands of dollars of spend limit. So we had 2 lines of credit and we had a ton of cash. So cash flow was not an issue at all when scaling this product. Now, when you do scale this aggressively, you will inevitably run into ad account and payment processing issues, and we actually did. About a week into scaling the product, as you can see, it was a Monday where our ad account got suspended, and we weren't able to get that original ad account up until a couple weeks later. Now, we did get decent results, but nowhere near as good as the results we were getting during the initial scale. This is obviously easier said than done. I think if the ad account didn't initially get suspended that Monday, we could have easily gotten to $1 million in sales within the next 2 days. And this would have been a $0 to $1 million in sales in 1 week. And every time we tried to run the ads or the product on another ad account, it just instantly got flagged and banned. So that's why we had this really big period where we were not getting sales, because we had to wait until that original suspension got lifted. And once it got lifted, we were able to run the product again for maybe 5-10 days, doing around 20K a day. And then we eventually got suspended again. At that point, TikTok was literally not letting us run this product or the ads. All right, so now I'm going to briefly break down the margin. These estimates are very rough, but they are very close to what the net profit was at the end of the day. So this product did just over $800,000 in revenue, and I showed you guys in the dashboard earlier. We sourced this product at $8.80 per unit. When we tested it, it was $10. This is extremely important. When you guys are scaling a product, make sure to pin your supplier against other suppliers to get that price down as low as possible. Now we did ship to Canada and United Kingdom. Now we did ship to Now we were shipping to the big 5 countries, but it was mainly US, and the price averages out to $8.80 anyways. So as you can see here, we sold just over 29,000 of the main product. This product that we sold 3,400 of was actually only 20 cents to add to the order. This was one of our post-purchase cross-sells. And then these other 3 products that did a few hundred were actually sourced at the same price as that main product. They were just different styles of that main product that customers could buy. So 31,163 units times $8.80, which was our sourcing cost, we get a COGS of $274,234. And I added the 1,200 for that one product that did 3,400 units. That was only 20-30 cents to add to the order. It was a very cheap product. So the ad spend was $227,000, and I had to update that. I was actually wrong with the number previously. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the proof of this in the ad account. So right here is the spend for the lifetime of the ad account, and I'll go ahead and just refresh it. Go lifetime, and there it is right there. And as you can see, the spend clearly correlates with the sales graph of our product. And I'll go ahead and refresh this again, just to show you guys this is 100% legit. So this is a completely rough profit estimate. This could be plus or minus probably 10 to 20 grand, but we get $306,000 in profit, and 50% of this was split with my partner, Ben. So yeah, I really hope you guys appreciated the transparency here. And I know this video may have seemed very brief. I'm going to be making in-depth videos on each of the topics covered in this case study. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon.